All right, here we are outside. I want to try to keep this under 3 minutes. I think Facebook, after all we've been through, after everything that you hear, what Jeff Zuckerberg has said, and Mark Zuckerberg, sorry. That's how exhausting this planet we're living in is. Facebook literally is the virus that's killing us. We are a country who is on life support from lung cancer. Facebook, it is the cigarette we cannot put down. It is the cigarette that in a way, it's going to end up killing the decency, the compassion, the morality, what's right, what's wrong. They put us in our silos. I try to do videos, and it takes me days to get them posted. They'll just keep it going out, back in, back out. Facebook will let you know if they're gonna when it's ready to be posted. And some of these things, they're days later if I tried 5 or 6 times. And so, for whatever reason that we don't care that Facebook is kind of the doom of our existence, because we're so plugged into the screen. And we no longer really pay much attention. Look at that good-looking dog. Jet, what are you doing, you handsome boy? What a good-looking dog. Say hello. Winston, you cute little dog. Say hello. Oh, boo. Good-looking dog. Oh. Gracie, she's up there. Right there. What do you think, Grace? There she is. And we just have cancer. The cancer is climate change. You listen to what's gone on in COP26. You couldn't be any more annoying. You couldn't be any more fake and lies and everything that's taken place. And just today they're talking about how Greenland is accelerated much quicker just over the last little bit in thawing. In fact, it's astronomical, so what they say, and it's going to start causing ocean rise. The science just is so trying to be safe that they don't want to tell us how disastrous it is. The wealth of the world doesn't give a shit that it's going to kill people and it's going to affect the poor. And in third world countries where they're already having famines and droughts like we are here in the West, people with money, it's so hard to live in this world. And I know I'm going to get demonized for that kind of thinking, and Don doesn't know shit, or you live in the same society we do. I'm telling you, my faith, and I'm going to say it to the day I die, my faith in God and Christ is so close that it tells me where this is all at and how broken we are as a society and how we don't care and how capitalism is literally going to take everything from our kids. It's literally is the chewing tobacco, or we're also told that we have a liver that's completely pickled, and we're sitting there drinking and smoking and drinking, and the whole time patting our kids on the head saying we love you and I can't wait to see my grandkids, knowing very well that capitalism is killing everything. It's just so obvious how blatantly corrupt both sides are, how blatantly corrupt even Joe Biden is. The guy is part of just what is America, corporate politics that drives everything that we do in this country. Money buys the politician. Politicians slow the grinding wheels down of progression. And then you throw in the right that, in my opinion, is Donald Trump will win. In fact, I truly believe this now with all my heart. I'm going to vote for the man. This country needs to see how dark it can be. And are we comfortable with that darkness? Because apparently we had 4 years of it. And I've lost family. Not really family. More friends. into thinking that he literally is like really kind of somewhat of a messiah or somewhat of what America truly needs. And I think we need to get so dark and we find out, are we just a dark country? Are we just so capitalistic and so driven by money and profit that we can't even look at a dying planet? We can't even look at a planet that literally is already affecting so many poor people. But wealth doesn't care about poor people. It's how you make your money and how you get on top of the guy below you and how you continue to succeed in a country or in wealth that only drives what you can get out of your fellow man. And the corporations can twist and turn, and we wonder how the supply chain problem is going to change. It's not going to change. It's just going to get worse because we knowingly are told that we have a problem in the supply chain, yet people call and say, I desperately want to do all this work around my house. And then you tell them it's going to be a shit show, and then you get involved in it, and then they're angry 4 months later when it should have taken 60 days, when they already know by the television that it's fucked. And then they bring that pressure down on you like, I got the money, I'm throwing the money at you, just get it done. Because capitalism doesn't care who it affects, who it drowns, who it starves, who it freezes to death, who is on the street dying. Capitalism doesn't care. Capitalism is all about getting ahead, getting on top of, and our corruption and our government. I can see why Donald Trump will win. Everybody just thinks he's like this guy that's going to help with that, and he's actually the darkest thing that's ever happened to this country. He is the darkness that will consume this country. And I don't care. People don't care. They don't. They can trample on me. They can say whatever. I don't care. But I'm going to vote for Donald Trump because this country needs to feel the pain and the suffering of how ugly it can be before we can get on the other side of how beautiful we can be. Because if anybody thinks what's going on in this country and what's going on in the globe and the poverty, and we keep people out of our country because they're literally starving to death or being shot and killed, and it's happening all over the world. They're trying to get into Europe, and Europe is trying to close it down, and they're going to start being migrants of multi-millions of people, hundreds of millions of people. And what are we going to do, shoot them all? Because corporate wealth is all about having mine and getting mine and having mine. It's so corrupt that there's just no God in it. There's no Christ in it. I will say that till I die. I mean, I just feel like I'm on this collision course with capitalism and what's wrong with society, and I'm gonna lose. That's a fact. It's all around you. I'm in a losing situation every day. The planet's in a losing situation every day, and yet we don't give a shit. What has gone wrong with us? It's money. That's what's gone wrong with us. Can't get enough of it. Want to get my kids as much stuff as I can for Christmas, even though that shit's sitting on ships and we can't get it. Let's stress the people out. Let's make them work for $14 an hour. Like, how dare you ask for anything more than that? Get your ass to work. And those younger people are saying, no, screw it. I'd rather kind of go broke and watch the system crumble than continue to be abused by the wealth and the absolute insanity of American politics. So that's it. I went way over 3 minutes, but that's it. So I'm going to go to YouTube only. I've got to shut my Facebook page down. It is so, all I'm doing is making probably a guy that's got so much darkness in him. He doesn't care that, he's caused probably literally millions of people to die through misinformation all over the world and violence against people all over the world. He doesn't care because he's profiteering off of it. And we don't care because we're on Facebook knowing what I just said is absolutely the truth. And that means nothing to us. How do we go to church? How do we say we have faith? How do we say we're compassionate? How do we say we have any mercy? And continue the behavior that is literally taken the breath from our lungs, the clean water to drink, the food from the poor so the rich can have more, and say anything if that's got anything to do with God. I'm just so disheartened. And people say, don't hold on to something so tight because you can't change it. Who wants to live in something like this? Who wants to sit back and say this is okay? I mean, literally, who? I mean, everybody. All right, that's it. I love the world, man. I do. I'm exhausted. My last post on Facebook, I'm going to go straight to YouTube. I've already got my own channel. If nobody listens, I don't care, because it makes me feel better to speak the truth that nobody wants to listen to, because when we all got to look ourselves in the mirror and find out, what are we going to do for our kids' future? How are we going to get through this? But we're not. The ride is going to rise. Hate is going to come to our front doors. Trump is going to get back into power. All the enemies are going to get torched. The globe is going to get hot. And we're going to go to war with ourselves. And that's because we won't look ourselves in the mirror and at least be honest with what's going on. Just get on that algorithm and get that stuff on Amazon coming. Let's just fill ourselves with our shit while we kill a living planet. That's it. Peace.